There is a big difference between online marketing and in-person marketing. Think about the idea of being an influencer or being popular or being widely known online versus being widely known, popular, and engaged in your actual real community. Both of these two things have very different values for very different, and you may want to do each one of them for different reasons. You may want to do one and not the other, vice versa. The benefits of online marketing and being known as an influencer are very obvious. If you have a million followers on any platform, you can sell them things. You can benefit from recognition. You can get opportunities, endorsements. You can be a part of things, great things, and potentially make money if you are popular online. These are obvious things. But one thing that often gets overlooked, especially by the younger generation, is the benefit of being known in your actual real community. And I don't necessarily just mean as an artist or as like a popular musician or something, though that is something I'm going to talk about, is musicianship. But I think it's important to consider the real life actual benefits of thinking critically about your brand and reputation, not just as an online entity, but as a real life person. The reason for this being is that many people who will buy your art, who will engage with your art, who will engage with your music, who may listen to it, who may book you for shows, are probably not going to be in Berlin, Germany. They're probably not going to be in Chicago if you live in Dallas, Texas. They're probably not going to be in Boston if you live in Los Angeles. The people who are going to immediately benefit you and you are going to immediately benefit them, and the people that are going to be actually around you, helping you, collaborating with you, being a part of your team, and helping you along with your journey are going to be in your real world. And if you do not have a reputation, an identity, and a place in that ecosystem, you will drown, even if you are well known online. There are many people that are well known online and are completely anonymous and invisible in their local ecosystem. That may not matter if you were like a highly subscribed, popular Twitch streamer because you got plenty of money and recognition in a platform. But, let's say you're a musician. Maybe you specialize in classical guitar playing and you play Beethoven pieces and such on your classical guitar. You're not going to get a lot of attention for that online. It may be extremely difficult. You may not have the equipment, the recording gear, the whatever, but you may be getting gigs at a local restaurant, a local church, a whatever, and that will benefit and sustain you as an artist. People talk about making money as an artist, and the immediate thought is stadiums, selling albums, selling merch, and the like. But what people don't talk about making money as a musician is bar gigs, parties, farmers markets. These things sound boring, they sound vanilla, they sound like some kind of family event, but it really is one of the most important ways that you can benefit yourself and your community as an artist. And I guess I'm not trying to give you direct tactical information here, but I'm trying to give you food for thought, I guess, if that's how you use that idiom. I kind of forget, but I just think that a lot of us artists, mostly young people, you get really lost in the sauce of Instagram and TikTok and whatever the new hot thing is, that you wake up and go to sleep thinking about follower counts, thinking about views, thinking about engagement, and you either get completely obsessed or you get completely broken down and you totally disengage and forget the whole thing, which is sad because it's a fun thing to be a part of. And a lot of people find themselves with no traction online. It's not really working out. They don't know how to be an influencer. They don't want to be an influencer. And then they end up in this position where they're like, well, if I can't be an influencer, I can't be famous online, I'm not going to go be on the front page of Twitch every day with 60,000 live concurrent viewers or whatever. Like, they think if that doesn't happen, then nothing happens. And my friends, the good news today that I just want you to, as a daily reflection to think about here, is that there is a lot more than the internet. You can become very engaged, compensated, respected, and known in your actual real community in your town, in your city, in your county. Get involved with libraries, get involved with community centers, with local artists, with local, because like think about what is an art collective, right? An art collective isn't like an organized political group usually. It isn't a team. It isn't people necessarily paying dues. It's just a bunch of people that hang out and give each other opportunities. That's really what a collective is at its simplest core root, you know? And like I said, I didn't like write out any steps or scripts or tactical information for this, but I just want this to be a reflection for you. The next time that you're stressed, the next time you're thinking, you're kind of getting a little stir crazy online on these platforms. What do I do? How do I go viral? How do I get all this attention? Just remember that there is an incredible amount of value in just the actual real people around you. And you can sustain yourself and build momentum locally, and it will teach you how to be an artist. It will teach you how to get opportunities. It will teach you how to communicate with people and to happily, positively, and beneficially, if that's a word, exist in an art community. And for most people that aren't complete wild anomalies, that's what happens first. You become a member of your ecosystem and art community before you build an audience. That's just how it works for most people. Nobody builds an audience and then all of a sudden a bunch of friends and solid, great people appear around them. No, when you build an audience first, you end up surrounded by sycophants and leeches and fucking scumbag yes men. But when you build a community around yourself first, you end up with great people around you. And then you eventually use that base, that core of great people, of supporters, of friends, of collaborators, of resources. And then on top of that, you may build a following. But just be wary of the internet numbers. Go big, go up, go ding, ding, ding. Notifications. These are interfaces and machines designed to be pretty and fun and exciting for the human brain. It's like a little casino inside of your pocket, inside of your mind, tapping into the dopamine receptors. And I would just be wary of what that success mean, what those numbers mean, and consider nurturing the real landscape and the real people around you and building up a base. Even if you there could be someone watching this where you live on a farm and your hometown has 200 people and you're like, how the hell do I build a community around this? If you have a car, and odds are if you live in a rural area, you drive 3 hours to do anything, I guarantee you there are artists or something happening within 3 hours of you, whether you're in Montana, Virginia, or Western Mass. There is something happening within a couple hours of you. And if there isn't anything happening, you could be the person that takes that first step and becomes a beacon and brings people into the area brings people into the thing that you're doing. It'll be harder for you if you don't live in a highly settled area, but it doesn't mean it's impossible. I've seen people in the flatlands of West Texas throw bangers, huge shows. Like I've seen people in like West Ohio, nothing going on, absolute desolate misery place, and nothing but churches and farms do great things. I guess that's really all I'm saying here, is that despite how much your actual local community sucks, there's still something there, and it might be better than whatever you have going on online, even if it's not trendy, even if it's not cool, even if the people around you in your local community you don't really vibe with them on a personal level or an ideological level. There is something there, and there is some worth in being part of an actual real community as a way to have a base, a real actual support system to support whatever big ambitions you have in your industry, in your art, whether it be online, corporate, whatever it is. But having that real, actual local base is huge. I did it for years with that, and I've even done it for a few years with no base, with no local community around me at all. And I've seen both worlds. I've seen people do it both ways, and the best way is to have both. not one or the other. It's best to have both. So, those are just it's just a bit of a scatterbrain rant about personal branding, internet versus doing it in real life. So, hope you guys enjoyed that. Hopefully, my mic was actually turned on for this bit here, and we got the footage. So, thank you guys. Talk to you soon. Bye.